So, how can we tell if a fraction is bigger or smaller than another fraction? Well, we're going to find out today in a super tasty way with jelly beans. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is take your jelly beans and divide them evenly on the circles. Make sure you have the same amount of jelly beans in each circle. Katie's going to go ahead and do it for us. Pause the video and try this yourself. Okay, now that you've divided your jelly beans into the two circles, let's find out how many are in 1/2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so there are 12 jelly beans in 1/2. Now you need your recording sheet. Find where it says 1/2 and write how many jelly beans there are. So, if there are 12 jelly beans in 1/2, then how many jelly beans are in 2/2? 24, right? So you're going to take your recording sheet and find where it says 2/2, right where my finger is pointing, and record it there. Okay, we're done with our 1/2 jelly bean frames. So you can slide your jelly beans off, but hold on to them because we're going to need them again in a minute. But first, up here, where it says halves, there are a blank in each circle. You're going to write 12. Then you can slide your jelly beans off, and if you like, you can draw 12 jelly beans in your gray 1/2. You're going to want that for later. All right, now we're going to see how many jelly beans we'll have if we split them into 3 equal groups. So we've got our 24 jelly beans here, and Katie's going to put them on our thirds frame, and you can do the same. Pause the video and try this yourself. Okay, let's count and find out how many jelly beans there are in 1/3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 jelly beans in 1/3. Take your recording sheet, find 1/3, and write down how many jelly beans there are. So which is bigger, 1/2 or 1/3? What do you think, Tobias?
He says 1/2.
He's right, 1/2 is bigger. There's 12 jelly beans in 1/2 and only 8 jelly beans in 1/3. 1/2 is bigger. But how about 2/3? How many jelly beans are in 2/3? Take your yarn and loop it around 2 of the circles. Now count how many jelly beans are inside those 2 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We figured out that there are 16 jelly beans in 2/3. Now, you need to record that on your recording sheet. So we figured out how many jelly beans were in 1/3 and how many jelly beans were in 2/3. Now let's figure out how many jelly beans are in 3/3. Put your yarn around all 3 circles and then count up how many jelly beans you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Now we know that there are 24 jelly beans in 3/3. Go ahead and put that on your recording sheet. We've divided our jelly beans into halves, and we've divided them into thirds. But what if we want to make 4 equal groups? Find your 4ths frame and put your jelly beans on the 4 circles. Remember, every circle has to have the same amount. Katie and Tobias are going to work on ours. Pause the video and try this yourself. So now we have our jelly beans divided into 4 equal groups. How many are in 1/4? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 jelly beans in 1/4. Find your recording sheet and write down how many jelly beans there are in 1/4. So which is more, 1/2 or 1/4? Remember, there are 12 jelly beans in 1/2. And there are 6 jelly beans in 1/4. So which is bigger? Tobias says you're right. 1/2 is bigger than 1/4. Now figure out how many jelly beans are in 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. Remember to write the answers in your recording sheet. Now we're going to take our jelly beans and divide them into 6 equal groups. You'll need your 6th frame. And go ahead and share your jelly beans among the 6 circles. Remember, they all have to have the same amount. Pause the video and try this yourself. All right, Katie and Tobias have shared the jelly beans among the 6 circles. Let's find out how many jelly beans are in 1/6. Go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right, there are 4 jelly beans in 1/6. Go ahead and write that down on your recording sheet. Don't forget to put it up here too in your blank space. So, is 1/6 bigger or smaller than 1/2? Well, remember, we have our halves frame right here, and we can count how many jelly beans are in 1/2. There are 12. Does Tobias remember how many jelly beans are in 1/6?
4.
He's right. There's only 4 jelly beans in 1/6. So what's bigger, 1/6 or 1/2? 1/2, right? Now figure out how many jelly beans are in 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, and 6/6. Put the answers on your recording sheet. Okay, now let's divide our jelly beans into 8 equal groups. So we have 1/8. Take your jelly beans and share them equally among your 8 circles. Pause the video and try this yourself. So here we have our jelly beans divided into 8 equal groups, or 1/8. How many are in 1/8? Let's count and find out. 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 jelly beans in 1/8. Don't forget to find 1/8 on your recording sheet and put down that there are 3 jelly beans in 1/8. So which is bigger, 1/8 or 1/2? Well, remember, 1/2 has 12 jelly beans. 1/8 only has 3. Tobias, which is bigger?
One half again.
He's right. You're a very smart giraffe. Now figure out how many jelly beans are in 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, and 8/8. Put the answers on your recording sheet. Now let's share our jelly beans in 12 circles. Go ahead and share your jelly beans so that there's the same number in each circle. Pause the video and try this yourself. So now we have our jelly beans on our 12 frame. How many jelly beans are in 1/12? Let's count and find out. 1, 2. So how does 1/12 compare to 1/2? 1/2 has 12 jelly beans. 1/12 only has 2. So which is bigger? Hands down, 1/2. Now figure out how many jelly beans are in 2/12, 3/12, 4/12, 5/12, 6/12, 7/12, 8/12, 9/12, 10/12, 11/12, and 12/12. Put the answers on your recording sheet.